You should cut your blessing in every single lesson you learn.
Hey love, Shantara Carriere here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. In today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to price your bunnies and ensure profit even if you guys decide to do a discount. You guys, please get ready. This video is kind of long and I will be teaching out a workbook. So this workbook will be available for purchase. All details for this workbook will be down below in the description box. So I actually created this workbook myself. The title of it is How to Price My Bonnets, a mini workbook created by Ariel and Pell. It took me about 7 to 8 hours to create this. So you guys, please support and not only support me but support yourself and invest in yourself, because this workbook is very helpful. And I've run down everything inside this video on how to use this workbook. So real quick, I'm just going to run down the objectives for this workbook. In this workbook, you'll be able to calculate the cost of material to make your bonnet. You'll be able to calculate the cost to package your bonnet. You'll be able to calculate a profit margin. And if you guys don't know what a profit margin is, you will learn what that is in this video. And you'll also be able to calculate monthly expenses and fees into your bonnet price. So if you guys are not already doing it, please stay tuned in this video. And also, you'll be able to calculate a bonnet price that will ensure a minimum 50% profit margin after running a 10 to 15% sale. So a lot of you guys probably have prices already, and then you may have tried to run a sale or whatever, and you notice that your profit is not as high, obviously, as it would normally be because you ran a 10 to 15% sale. And you guys, you really want to be compensated for all your time, your labor, all your hard work, your branding, and all of this. So overall, this video is for you if you feel like you're not getting compensated through your current bonnet prices. And I also want to tell you guys that after you purchase this workbook, nothing will be getting shipped out to your home. This will be a digital product, meaning after you click purchase, you'll be able to download it instantly without having to wait or anything. So that is why I recommend that you kind of pause this video, purchase it, and then come back so you can follow along with me. Or if not, you can always purchase it later. But I also want to tell you guys, you do not have to print it out and have copies like this. I know some of you guys may not even have printers, or you may not have ink. You probably just ran out of ink like I just did. So I want to tell you guys a couple of things that you can do in order to make this workbook still functional for you if you don't have a printer or anything, like I said before. So there's a website called PDF Escape. You just type it in your browser and then you'll upload the file to PDF Escape, and then you'll be able to type whatever you need inside the PDF file. And also, this is an app for iPhone users called PDF Filler. Not sure about Android users, no shade, but I know it's an app called PDF Filler that's available for iPhones, and you're able to do the same thing that you can do on PDF Escape. Okay, y'all, I've been talking to my freaking self this whole time. I thought I was recording. So that is why you see a couple of things written on this thing already, on this workbook already. But, so, step 1 in pricing your bunnies is calculating the cost of your fabric. In this table, I have the cost of the first fabric, the second fabric, third, and fourth. Now, for the example I'm doing, I'm just going to write it at the top, reversible bonnet example. Make sure I'm recording this time. And forgive me if my handwriting is ugly to some. I don't care. I can read it. But yeah, so hold on, y'all. My mama calling me. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, take 3. The first time I was explaining this and I was not recording. The second time my mother called me. So let's try this again. The first step in pricing your bunnies is to calculate the cost of fabric. So in this table, I have the cost of the first fabric, second fabric, third fabric, and fourth fabric. For this example, I will be giving you guys an example for a reversible bonnet simply because, okay, let's say this. The cost of fabric that I'll be using is from the website Fabric Wholesale Direct, and I will be using their charmeuse, I think that's how you say it, satin, and the price of that is $3. So you guys know $3 per yard. So you know if we purchase 1 yard, then we're able to get 2 circles out of that. And I'm also going to write adult bonnet. Reversible adult bonnet. This is what I'm using as an example. So out of 1 yard of the charmeuse satin is priced at $3 per yard. Okay, so as I was saying, 1 yard we get 2 circles. So in that case, if I write down $3 for my first fabric and $3 for my second fabric, then right here we get 2 circles, and right here we get 2 circles. To make 1 bonnet, you need 2 circles. So this is essentially 2 bonnets that we can get out of this first fabric and this second fabric. Now the reason I have 3rd fabric and 4th fabric on this worksheet is because if you guys were interested in making an African print bonnet, if you guys have seen my adjustable bonnet video where I had the African print fabric, you will notice that it was not wide enough, so I was only able to get 1 circle out of my fabric. So say for instance I ordered 1 yard of the African print fabric, but then I ordered 1 yard of the satin fabric, so I would end up having 3 circles, you know, because the African print fabric will only give me 1 circle, and then the satin fabric will give me 2 circles. So that will kind of be an uneven number if I'm trying to calculate the cost of my fabric. So that is why I have the cost of the 3rd fabric and the 4th fabric if you guys are interested in pricing your African print bonnets. I hope that makes sense to some of you. It really should, because like I said, if you order 1 yard of African print fabric, you only get 1 circle. If you order the satin fabric, you're automatically getting 2 circles if you cut it the right way. And keep in mind, this is an adult reversible bonnet, so it'll be kind of hard to price it, especially if you're paying for shipping the price of 3 circles, because it's going to run into a price of another bonnet because you don't have an equal amount of circles. So that is why I have, again, the 3rd and the 4th fabric to make it an even amount. On Fabric Wholesale Direct, the first fabric $3, the second fabric $3. They're both the charmeuse satin, and like I said, I'm going to try to put a clip on the screen of the total. And it says $2.99, but you guys, we're going to round it up and play with whole numbers because we do not have time to be playing with little cents. And the cost of shipping, they have flat rate shipping for $7. And if you guys don't like math, you're not good at math, and you hate math, please keep a calculator on hand. 9 times out of 10, your iPhone, smartphone, or any type of electronic has a calculator on it. So we have the cost of the first fabric and the second fabric and shipping. So 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Okay, so I hope you guys are following along. And then the next little box, it says how many bonnets will the amount of fabric above make. So as I mentioned, we have 2 yards of fabric. So as I said, the first fabric is going to give us 2 circles. The second fabric is going to give us 2 circles as well. You need 2 circles to make 1 adult bonnet. So therefore, we are able to make 2 bonnets given this price above. And then I also have divide the order total by how many bonnets can be made, and that will give you the cost of fabric per bonnet. So divide the order total. Our order total is $13 divided by how many bonnets can be made. So in my calculator, I'm going to do 13 divided by 2, and that's going to give me $6.50. So $6.50 is how much my fabric costs to make 1 bonnet. Now, of course, we will not stop here to get the cost to make 1 bonnet because we use more than fabric to make a bonnet. So with that being said, let me kind of pause this clip and start right back because I see it's over 5 minutes. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to calculate the cost of the other bonnet materials. And you guys bear with me on this part. It may get a little confusing if you're not a math person. I promise you guys I am a math person. I have a background in business administration. I actually have a degree in business administration. And with that being said, I had to take a share of accounting courses. So yeah, I pretty much like math. So if you guys don't like math, I feel sorry for you. But you know, math is essentially money. So you should love math now. Calculate the cost of other bunny materials. So the cost of elastic, let's say we go to hobbylobby.com. I probably should be screen recording this, but it's going to take forever because I'm explaining it. So I'll just show y'all. I'm going to put clips on the screen. Hopefully it may take me a while to edit this video, but it's alright though, because like I said, quality over quantity is my goal for my YouTube channel. And if you guys have not already, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so now we're on Hobby Lobby's website, and we see that their black round elastic cord is priced at $2.29. Hold on, you guys, my mother is calling me again. Give me just a second. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So on Hobby Lobby's website, we see that this black round elastic cord, that's wrong. This black round cord elastic is $2.29 on their website. Of course, it is on sale right now, but it will not be on sale all the time. So you guys, please do not, let me screen record this so you guys can see that it's on sale right now. It is on sale right now for $115, but you guys do not want to base your prices off of sale prices, because it can easily be back to regular price the next day. So it's $2.29 right now, and then we know that we have to pay tax. So let's just say tax is about 20 cents. So I rounded the price up. Well, let's round the price up to $2.50. That is the cost of elastic. And as we see in the details, the length is 5 yards. So we're going to say 5 yards purchased. Yards needed per bunnet. So since I'm using a reversible adult bunnet as an example, I do about 31 inches for my elastic. 1 yard is 36 inches. So if I'm doing 31 inches per adult bunnet, I can really just round it up to 36 inches. It's not by much, it's 5 inches, but I'm just gonna round it up and say I use 1 yard per bunnet. So yards needed per bunnet, we're gonna say 5. I'm sorry. We need 1 yard per bunnet. Oh, not 5. How many bunnets can be made per material? So we can get 5 bunnets made if we're purchasing 5 yards, because we use 1 yard per bunnet. And the cost of material per bunnet. So this is what we'll figure out in just a second after we calculate the rest of the prices. And while I'm screen recording, I might as well go ahead and pick up the other prices. So actually, let's go to my blog. www.arielimpel.com. My mouth is so dry, y'all. That's why my words keep getting tied up. So always drink water, you know, because y'all, believe it or not, I don't talk this much, and I'm talking a lot right now. So what I was gonna do, I got sidetracked. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go to adjustable and car abundance to find these cord stoppers and get the price of them. Our cord stoppers are $6.98, so that would be the cost of material. Make sure I'm still in frame. $6.98, and the amount of yards purchased, we're gonna put NA, because this doesn't really apply to the cord stoppers, because we don't purchase cord stoppers in yards. So we're gonna put NA again. How many bunnets can be made per material? So with using 1 cord stopper, how many bunnets can be made? 55, because our quantity is 55 on Amazon. Cost of material per bunnet, I told you guys that we will be saving this for last, and now we can move on to our thread costs. Going back to Hobby Lobby, I think I already have this pulled up. Yep, in my search thingy. Like I said, this stuff will not always be on sale. Wait, let me show you how. Nah, it'll be backtracking. I'm gonna do it after I finish explaining this. Hopefully I remember. But like I said, the sale price will not always be there, so you never want to price your stuff based off the sale price. So we're gonna go with $2.79, and let's just say taxes again 20 cents. We're gonna round it up to $3. yards purchased. Okay, let's just say 250 because the yards, I mean the thread I have in my home is 250. Okay, so let's just say we have 250 yards. That is how many yards of thread that we've purchased. So yards needed per bunny. Let's just say that we use 2 yards of thread per each adult bunny. Then we're gonna put 2. How many bunnies can be made per material? This is how we will figure this out. We're going to divide 250 divided by 2. I already know this, but I'm going to show y'all anyway. It's going to be 125. 250 divided by 2 is 125. So with that being said, we can get 125 bunnies out of these 250 yards. Now we can calculate the cost of material per bunny. And how we do this is, I have the directions right here. Yeah, you guys can see. Divide the cost of material by the amount of bunnies that can be made per yard or yards. And that will give you the cost of material per bunny. If you get stuck, you always want to look right here. And then I also have, check out my YouTube video on this topic, which is me right now giving a rundown of all of this. Okay, divide the cost of material. This is the cost of material by the amount of bunnies that can be made, which is right here. So I'm gonna circle this and I'm gonna circle this, and that will give you the cost of material per bunny. So with our calculator, 250 is the cost of material for the elastic, divided by 5 because that is how many bunnies can be made. That's going to give us 50 cents for elastic per adult bunny. Okay, for the cord stopper, 698 divided by 55. That's going to give us about 13 cents. It's going to give us 13 cents per adult bunny. And for thread, $3. You don't have to put the 2 zeros, but I like to anyway for reassurance. $3 divided by 125. And that's going to give us roughly 24 cents. Wait, no, that is wrong, y'all. And see, I did these numbers already. That's why I'm checking back. And I know, like, that's wrong. It's not 24 cents per, for thread if we get 250 yards and we need 125 yards. So yeah, I read this as 24 cents, but this is definitely 2 cents, not 24 cents. Okay. So all in all, and I left this spot blank if you guys wanted to add another material that you guys may use for your bunny, such as ribbon or something if you guys used it. But these are the materials I use, so that is why I included them over here. Just as a recap, what we did was divide the cost of material by the amount of bunnies that can be made per yard or yards, and that gave us the cost of material per bunny. I think on the next page we add all this up because you see right here, I put total, but I didn't put total right here. I think because on the next page we're going to total it out. Yeah. So the cost of fabric per bunny is on page 1, and it was $6.50. The cost of elastic per bunny, 50 cents. One cord stopper was 13 cents. Hope I'm not making y'all dizzy. And the price of thread was 2 cents or 24 cents, like I tried to say it first. The total cost to make, and let me circle make, because you will not set your prices based off the cost based off the cost that you will pay to make. Did that sound right? I don't know. You will not base your price off the cost to make one bunny. It still don't sound right, but I'm gonna go with it. $6.50, and the reason why you will not cost it off this is because we do have to account for the amount that we spend on packaging. My bad, y'all. My camera's trying to cut off. We do have to account for the amount that we spend on packaging, which is the next step. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're going to still calculate the cost to make one bunny. So $6.50 plus 50 cents. And of course, you guys will be putting your own numbers here. You do not have to use the same numbers as me. I'm just clearly giving an example. After calculating all these costs, you just simply add all of these. And we got $7.15. And since I was talking while I was doing this, just say $6.50 plus 50, $7. And then 13 plus 2, 15. So $7.15. Okay, I have below list all the materials that you use to package your item. This includes business cards, thank you cards, poly mailers, label paper, printer ink. Yes, you want to charge for printer ink. Bubble wrap and confetti paper. Whatever you use to package your item to make it all pretty for your customer, you'll list it here. As I mentioned, I kind of did these numbers before I made this video just to make sure that the worksheet is legit. And it is, y'all. That's why I'm showing y'all today. Okay. So everything I included was my poly mailers, business cards. I hope this video won't be too long, but it really doesn't matter because it's a very detailed video. Business cards, thank you cards, label paper, and printer ink. So the cost of poly mailers, $16, and I may or may not include all of the links. Yeah, I'm gonna link it down below. I got y'all. Business cards, $12. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself again because I already calculated this stuff out. But for teaching purposes, the first thing you want to do is write down the material. The second thing you want to do is put the cost of material, and then you want to put the quantity that you purchased. So I paid $16 for 100 poly mailers, and as we did before, we're going to do this last column last. So I paid $12 for 50 business cards. I paid $16.50 for 50 thank you cards. Oh, I paid a lot for those. Now I paid $17.90 for 100 sheets of label paper. Cost of printer ink, $25. And for this amount, I did an estimate because I'm not really for certain how many label sheets I can get out of one ink cartridge. So the quantity I did 50. So what this means is basically I can get 50 label sheets printed for $25. The way you'll calculate the cost of material per single order is divide the cost of material by the quantity. So the cost of material for the poly mailers, cost of material $16 divided by $100. So that gives us 16 cents for the poly mailers. 12 divided by 50, 24 cents for the business cards, $16.50 divided by 50, 33 cents for the thank you cards, $17.90 divided by 100, 18 cents for the label papers, 25 divided by 50. And 50 cents. See, I told y'all we weren't gonna charge them no dollar for printing. Even though ink is expensive, we only gonna charge them 50 cents. So we're gonna add all of these numbers up, and this will be the amount that it costs to package our order. Now, of course, if you wanna add more materials that you use to package your order, then you do that, and you'll add that number as well. So 16 cents, 24 cents, 33 cents. I know my handwriting is ugly, you guys, but it's okay. It's all right. As long as y'all can hear my voice. So that brings our total to $1.41. So all in all, it cost us $7.15 to make the bunny. And it cost us $1.41 to package the bunny. This may be getting ahead of ourselves, but to add those up, we already at $8.56. On this next page, you want to list any fees that you have per month. So I'll give an example. For my Big Cartel website, I was paying $10 a month. Now I don't pay that anymore because I took the amount of products I had off my website down to 5 products. That makes the website free if you have 5 products on there. And then I just put the rest of my products on Etsy. Let's just say we spend $2. Well, I'll give my example. On Etsy, it cost me about $2 per order for fees. I pay like a transaction fee and then I pay a listing fee. And both of them comes out to about $2, let's just say. And then for Big Cartel, they charge $10 a month. You do not want to charge your customer. Well, I don't know what you may want to do, but I would not feel comfortable charging my customer $10 a month for fees. So let's just write this down. Big Cartel, $10. Because I know me just talking, some of y'all are visual learners. So Big Cartel, $10, and Etsy, $2. And if you have any other fees, please list them here. But this is the example that I am about to give you guys. So for Big Cartel, $10, Etsy, $2. Now, I will feel comfortable charging my customer $2 to cover fees. That will mean the $8.56 that it costs to make our bonnet and to package our bonnet, we're going to add $2 to it, which will then bring our price to $10.56, which is the minimum amount, you know, that we'll need to make to get our money back before we can add anything to that. We're not even going to put the total amount of fees per month because with this example, we're either doing one or the other. I told you guys that I'm no longer paying this $10 for Big Cartel. But if you guys are paying $10 for Big Cartel, I'm going to give 2 scenarios. So I will feel comfortable charging one customer $2, but I will not feel comfortable charging them $10. With that being said, to get this down to $2, you will have to make a goal of attaining 5 customers a month. If you don't think you can get 5 customers a month, then break it down and you'll divide this number by how many customers you think you will get a month, and that will cover your fee before the bill is due. But please do not charge one customer $10 to cover your website fee. A reasonable amount to charge each customer, and I'm just going to write this for those of you guys who are following my writing. Big Cartel, $10 divided by 5 customers equals $2. So we're gonna say $2 to cover fees. Now jumping down, add these amounts to calculate the expenses per bonnet. Add these amounts to calculate the expenses per bonnet order before shipping. The amount it costs to make one bonnet. Let's go back to page. Okay, back to page 2. The amount it costs to make one bonnet, $7.15. The amount it costs to package one bonnet, $1.41. Reasonable amount to charge each customer to cover fees, $2. Adding all these up, $7.15 plus $1.41 plus $2. Yeah, $2. $10.56. Now, let's get into pricing. So it costs us $10.56 to produce a bonnet, meaning make it, package it, and then, you know, cover our fees. So $10.56. I recommend for a handmade product that your profit margin be 50%. Let's Google what a profit margin is. According to Investopedia, profit margin gauges the degree to which a company or a business activity makes money, essentially by dividing income by revenue. So with that being said, this is how, that's what I was saying. The total is $10.56. I recommend for a handmade business that your profit margin at least be 50% to account for your time, your labor, your effort, all of this. So to make it 50% off the bat without even using a profit margin yet, all you have to do is multiply $10.56 by 2. And this is going to give you your 50% profit margin. You do not want to make this your price yet if you plan on running sales. So $10.56 times 2 is $21.12. Let me make sure I write that here. Let me read first. Reading is essential. Take the total expenses and multiply by 2 to calculate your 50% profit margin. Yep. So $21.12. And I have here, this can be the last step if you don't plan on running sales or doing discounts. See page 4 to ensure a minimum 50% profit margin after discounts. So this can be the last step if you guys do not plan on running discounts. So of course, if this is already a 50% profit margin, then anything lower than this is going to put us obviously below 50%. So we can't do any sales and still receive a 50% profit margin. Now we can still, you know, gain a profit, but it will be lower than the amount that it took us to even produce the bonnet. So on to page 4, the next page. What is the profit margin formula? The profit margin formula is revenue minus expenses, which is basically the net income. If you guys are familiar with accounting, then you'll know this. The profit margin formula, revenue minus expenses, which is your net income divided by revenue, times 100 will give you the percentage. So I have right here, the revenue is the price you are selling your bonnet at. The expenses are the cost to make and package the product, plus the fees listed on page 3. That was our $2 fee that we did, so I have to correct that. And let me make a note to correct that. Let's say the price it costs to make our bonnet is $10 and we multiply it by $2 to get $20. $20 then becomes our revenue and $10 is our expense. This is because, going back up here, the revenue is the price you are selling your bonnet at, which is $20. The expenses is the cost to make and package the product and the fees listed on page 3. It took us $10 to do all that, which is right here in the example. So using the profit margin formula, which was revenue minus expenses divided by revenue times 100, will give us our percentage. 20 minus 10 is $10. 10 divided by 20. Refer back to this formula if you guys get lost. 10 divided by 20 is 0.5. 0.5 times 100 gives us 50%. This is how you know what I wrote on page 3 is accurate, by giving you guys the way of finding out the 50% profit margin by just doubling it or multiplying it by 2. If we were to run any type of sale, it would put us below our 50% profit margin. Therefore, we have to mark up our price. So I already mentioned that, but to go on, at minimum, we should be making $20 to keep our 50% profit margin after running a sale. So let's get into this. Like I said, if you don't want to run a sale, you can keep your price at $20, but you cannot run a sale, don't offer free shipping, nothing, if you want to keep your profit margin at 50%. If you're okay with making less than the amount that it costs you to make your bonnet and produce it, then by all means, go ahead. So scenario 1. Let's say we run a 10% sale and we mark up our price from $20 to $22. After the customer enters the discount code, this will bring their price down to $19.80. This is lower than our 50% profit margin. So that's what I was saying. If you host any type of sale, it's going to be lower than your 50% profit margin. So marking our price up to $23 will allow us to meet our preferred margin with a little extra. So below I did $23 times 10%, and it gave me $20.70. So that means we will be okay at pricing our bonnet at $23 and running a 10% sale, because we'll have our $20, which is our 50% profit margin, and we'll have a little extra. We'll have 70 cents over. So that's pretty good. On to the next page. Did I make another mistake? Because I feel like I should have scenario 2 on here. I don't know. I'm going to look it over. And that's why I really just wanted to make this video, to test this worksheet out, because I didn't want to just pop up and be like, hey, you guys, I have a worksheet for sale or a workbook for sale, and then you guys can't use it. So that's really why I wanted to make this an instructional video. Okay, so I'm missing the $24 example, but let's go back. So that's a scenario 1. Let's say we run a sale, a 10% sale, and we mark up our price from $20 to $22. After the customers After the customer enters the discount, this will bring their price down to $19.80, which is lower than our 50% profit margin. Marking our price up to $23 will allow us to meet our preferred margin. Let's give the scenario 2. So, on the previous page, we marked our price up to $23. So, $23 times 15%. So, we're good on a 10% sale. But let's try a 15% sale. So, if we kept our price at $23 like we did on the first page, and we tried to run a 15% sale, then the price will be at $19.55, which will put us below our 50% profit margin. So let's try to raise it up $1 to $24 instead of $23. So 24 times 0.15. That will bring our price down to $20.40, which means we are meeting our profit margin and we have 40 cents left over. So let's go with 24. 20, 40, let me just make sure the other number was 1955, I think. So when I go back and edit these, you guys will have accurate numbers. 345. Yep, it was 1955, which put us below in this. Meets our 50% profit margin, and it's a little extra. So you guys, you know what this means? This means we just raised our price up from $20 to $24. And that way we can host a 10% sale and a 15% sale, or 10 to 15% sale, because it can be in between, but those are just basic and common numbers to run a sale at. But this means we're safe to do that, and we'll still be making at least a 50% profit margin. So given the example that I gave on page 4 with us paying $10 to even produce the bonnet, this is pretty good. So let's just say our final price is $24. So if we were to run a 10% sale, 24 minus 240, that's $21.60 our customer will be paying. Mind you, our 50% profit margin was $20. So this gives us an extra $1.60 if we did a 10% sale. So final price $24. Let's try 15% sale. $24 minus, wait, let me do that again. 24 times 0.15, 316. So we did a 15% sale. That price would be $20.40, which again puts us over our 50% profit margin, meaning that we have 40 cents left over. So let's calculate our new profit margin if we were to not run any sale at all. So 24 minus $10, because $10 is the cost, is our expense basically, because that's the cost, you know, that it takes to produce the bunny. 24 minus 10 is 14. 14 divided by 24. 24 is the revenue, equals 0.58. 0.58 times 100 is 58%. So this is our profit margin if we do no sale. If we do a sale, of course, I told you guys what the amounts were, but I didn't do the profit margins for those. But with this lovely formula, you guys can figure that out for yourselves. But you did see the dollar amount. I believe it was like $160 for the 10%, and it was like 40 cents for the 15% or something like that. But you guys can also rewind this video. So now I have 58% is our new profit margin if we don't run any sales. But we still have room to do a 10% to 15% sale if and when we want to. The final cost to include is your shipping cost, which is majority of the time paid by the customer depending on their location and or distance from where you are shipping from. If you would like to offer free shipping, then I would suggest you add the shipping cost into your price. So that would be the only way that I offer free shipping. I will not just offer it off the bat, because that will of course decrease your profit overall, and shipping cost is not cheap. So yeah. Also, if you feel like the final cost you come up with is too high for your product, Then down below are a few tips that will bring the cost down. So you can keep these tips in mind, but also keep your time, your effort, and the quality of your brand and your work in mind. But tip number 1, purchase your fabric from the fabric store so you don't have to pay shipping. And so your customer doesn't have to pay for double shipping. Because think about it, like we did on page 1. Your customer paid for shipping here because we did not exclude this price from this full order total. So they paid the shipping here. They didn't pay the full amount of shipping because this was 2 bonnets, you know, that we accounted for. So we did divide the number, but your customer did pay for shipping there, and on top of that, you're gonna charge them shipping. So that was tip number 1. Purchase your fabric from the fabric store so you don't have to pay shipping, and so your customer does not have to pay double shipping. Tip number 2, order or purchase fabric during a sale or when free shipping is offered. Tip number 3, meet the minimum amount in your cart to receive free shipping. So you know on some websites when you put something in your cart and it's like $30 away from free shipping, I will meet that minimum amount. That way I'm getting the full value of what I purchased from that website, and I'm not paying for shipping. It's basically like you're going inside the store. So these are the last 2 pages. If you guys want to take any notes or jot down any more numbers that you guys may have, or any other thoughts that may come across your mind when you are working in this workbook. So with that being said, I am going to revise this. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. If you don't feel comfortable leaving them down below, you guys please hit me up by my email. All of my contact information is down below in the description box. As always, don't forget to educate, encourage, and empower by sharing this video. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
Get your, 'cause I'ma get mine today. I'm sure.